test, and he told him, don't eat this, eat a little bit of that. So I got mine, and he told me, well, don't worry about it, don't do nothing. You got it covered, whatever, So now, my view is, it didn't take long after that blood clots kicked up and stuff like that. I'm telling you, look, it don't make no difference what nobody believed. I know what happened. And that's what I go by. I don't go by what everybody else knows or what I can prove to them or I got a witness. You know what I mean? I know what was happening. And I know I kicked in with blood clots and all of that stuff. And then what was the reasons for the blood clots? The blood clots had jumped off from before so I could go to the hospital. And they put a thing, like right in your groin, it goes all the way up to your lung. And the doctor said, now I'm all right at that time. No blood clots. They gave me stuff to loosen it up. Now, you may cough. They already, in a minute, and it's just no problem. Just when the thing go in. I said, cough. They already had the thing. I said, niggas be a quick cough when your body is rejecting something. You know what I mean? And lo and behold, since that time, boss man could just about, and then me watching them movies too, with them putting stuff in people. The same thing that I was stuck in it. I don't know, I wasn't even watching, but where there's something going past on the screen, and they doing an autopsy on the guy, and they pull out a little ball or something this big, And they said, well, somebody had already juiced him up. He was all right. But anyway, look. Here's the thing. I've already had the experience with my sons. So I made dua. And it was a kind of short, type, concise dua. But I got what I asked for, so I can't complain. So Allah keep these Negroes alive long enough for them to know, to understand what's going on. That's what I got. That's what I got. So it's fine with me. That's exactly what they know. One will be 55 soon, other will be 52, whatever. They old Negroes. But the system, after 10 or 15 years, broke them down. They're human beings. I don't blame them for nothing. Just because I sent my son the keys to the car out there, I got 2 cars out there, and a pink slip or whatever they call it, the one to the other. And, the nice Volvos, I only charged them $1,200. He sent me $500. And that's it. And I'm not even going to call him. This is the 3rd month. I should expect that. Because both of them used heroin. When he was in the hospital, the doctor comes by and, when you have this stuff, these operations, I didn't realize it, but they was on methadone. He was on methadone. So the doctor says, should we adjust you one something or other, the dosage? He said, no, 245 or 295, whatever it was, that's a pretty heavy dose. So he needed plenty of methadone to stop him from climbing the walls. You see what I mean? Okay, now remember, a lot of my friends, they think they went bad. They didn't go bad. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am. You You see what I mean? Let me explain it again. They aided and assisted. And they're standard human beings. They are not required, right? I have a mission in life. This is my mission. It's fun, everything. But they don't have, that's not their mission. So they're not required. If getting to 100 is doing the mission's job, if that ain't part of their mission and they get to 7 or 8, they done broke a record. Because that ain't what, they don't want to do what I do, right? They don't even want to do it. Can you imagine? They don't even want to do what I want to do. They want to do what the white man raised them to want. They don't even want to get rich outside of that way. They don't want to sell books or nothing and make 3 times as much money. They would keep that much. They don't want to do that. Because they got their mind on what their friends do. You know, that's what everybody do that. That's the only thing they want to do. Okay, they're not bad. And then the people, that's a message I'm trying to get to people right now. That I wouldn't be where I am if they had, like my friends that in 1966 that introduced me to marijuana selling. I'm going to tell them when I get out of well, one passed away a couple of years ago. As soon as I wrote his name down, Jesse Lee, tall guy. As soon as I wrote his name down, I was there in Oakland. I'm telling you, he moved to Stockton. He come sliding through. I'm telling you, it's okay, it's no problem. Look, I know what I'm dealing with and I like it. Okay? The thing about my daughters is this. I know what their influence has been, and I was telling Tufel about this years ago, that their next move would have to be my daughters. So just catch them on a good day and ask them, is Imam Musa running this down on a semi-regular basis? Sure, in the backyard, in the house. But that's the next direction they're going to come from. And I tested my daughters years ago to see where their head was at. So I had one CD, How to Get Along with Difficult People. It was a woman making a talk. I could probably find it. I still have it. And it talks about certain kind of people, you know. And the lady started right off, people that do this, that, and the first thing Sakina says is, Mom, da-da-da-da-da. The difficult people she was describing was her mother. And she responded to that. So I knew right then, okay, it's going to be a careful dealing with it. But to make a long story short, I'm happy that Sister Bahia got them active, or got them going through the school, the learning, and the whole thing. I don't want them to do what I do. I don't want them, let me explain it again. Out of my family, one is enough. I don't want nobody else in my family unless they just acquire a liking for it. But I know the numbers. If it ain't nobody else that survived all this with me, what's the damn survival rate? Right? I mean, we're just talking about movement. Y'all done seen the movement. You done heard the movement. How many people make it? How many people flip over? The Imam in Brooklyn then, and the Imam up in Rhode Island, where is it? Connecticut, Mellow Yellow. The first meeting we have in Fermanagh, like they're passing the leadership back and forth. Well, Imam Zayd, I'll just give you bail. And ain't nobody said nothing to nobody else there. And guess what? I never got not one chance to talk there, just like I didn't hear except for one time. You know what I was doing? I was raising my hand. I was just following the protocol. I like to say this. Now, I'm not arrogant, but it ain't nobody in there that was doing nothing. And there's nobody in there that's been through nothing. There's nobody in there, let's call it game. They don't have no game. That's what we call that street life. They don't have no game. If they would, they wouldn't be stooges for people that's weaker than them. The foreigners tell them what to do. They form manna to have something for American Muslims. And the foreigners telling them what to do. And the foreigners are like, they're happy to be here, they're weaklings. And that's not bad, they're just weaklings. They make themselves weak. Right? Them guys over at, what's the man over at the big show over there? The Sudanese man.
Oh, Imam and
Magic. Then the other guy, the vice president, is from Bangladesh. Abdul Haq and I over there, I don't know if he told you, we passing out stuff. They said, no, come on in and we'll talk about it. Well, how much money do you really need, Imam? Because they want the stuff. I said, well, 100 to do. We'll take care of it. Ask Abdul Haq, call him up there, he would remember. Abdul Haq, he was there. I haven't seen that 100 yet. Or nothing like that. I haven't seen nothing. All I saw was, I went over there for supper, it was a big janazah, and when they finished, what's her name, looked up and saw me and zipped upstairs. You know, they got an elevator over there. So I come off the elevator, Pakistani guy came around, can I help you? I said, I want to see Imam Masjid. He's not here. I said, yeah, I just walked right around and to the office. Oh, Imam Musa, subhanallah, alhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah. Bums pulling all of that dumb stuff. They do anything they want. They treat you like you're not a human being and not a Muslim. And our brothers get right along with them. Over there at Dar Hijra, Siraj raised $36,000 for manna. That's not a lot of money for other people, but that's enough. That's a nice little piece of change for us back in them days, over 10, maybe 15 years ago. I just want to make it clear that I have a different position than Imam Musa has. I want to bring everybody to Islam, as though I don't. I didn't say nothing to him because we was in a peace and love thing, you know. He did it, Zayd them did, all of them. Now you got to imagine, I had got my throat cut by these guys 50 times before anything, I would even mention their names. Dr. Kaleem Siddiqui, right? Y'all heard what he said. As soon as he said that, Muhammad al-Asim, they slipping around, acting funny, you know what I mean? Like I ain't on the team no more, you know what I mean? Sending me out to Shetland somewhere to give a talk and out of the Maine. I said, okay, fine, it don't bother me. You know, we invited him here to sell the book. That book is the slowest selling book in the world. Tell the truth. The first volume went like hotcakes. After that, that was it. I got boxes of them out there. Boxes. Yeah. Boxes of them out there. But you're free to have a program here. They didn't have no program nowhere else. Nobody else had them have a program or let them have a program. Right? Okay, so the point I'm making is we're in the mix. I got an understanding of the things that's going on. That's why back in the 80s we did this thing. I knew I was surrounded by a boss man. I knew I was surrounded. So I said, well, just mix it up a little bit. You study Oakland and see if the structure, the organization of young Negroes improved. This is all about organization, isn't it? Comfort zones, why you do this, why you do that. Same stuff we talk here. Goal setting, height, organization. What is an organization? What are organizations? A hospital is an organization. A church is an organization. Da-da-da-da-da. You, an organization, if you become organized. What are the rules of organization? There's leadership, there's structure, there's this, that, and other. And them young Negroes, of course, I don't know how many of them became Muslim, but I mean, we just throwing stuff out there for diversion. And it worked. We've been doing that all our life, just naturally. I think Dr. Sabiqun mentioned, what do you call it, the random sewing method. As soon as I got back to Oakland, I said, let me take these and package them. Do a little random sowing, throwing out seeds for people, right? Can't lose. One thing is, if they don't get some kind of help, they're gonna rot in jail. They're gonna rot in jail, right? So at least they don't know the drug war, how it started. They don't know about not killing each other. They don't know all, and then you give them all the fundamentals. At least they're gonna do better, right? And a few of them, when they get out, they may appreciate, because they're gonna stay out longer. And on teaching this stuff, look how many lives you saved in the black community. Remember the death rate in the 80s and the 90s? Good God Almighty. It's unbelievable. It's just like, you know what I mean? It was unbelievable. And we knew that it was not their fault. They killed all the people, except me, that was on their side. They run them off. They killed them. They got rid of them, right? So they ain't got no role models. They got their daddies in jail, and everybody, and their daddies didn't know nothing, right? So they cut everything off, and they come into a non-inhospitable environment. And they don't have a chance, so I just said, put this out. So I take them everywhere I went, pass them out. If you think I'm lying, do some research for Oakland. 1980s, 1990s, in relation to San Francisco, LA, and them other cities. I just figure out what you do. LA might have 400 deaths, 500 almost. The worst year in Oakland was 62. And in the very worst, I think it was 62. It didn't never get up to 100. And Oakland and DC was about the same size.
Detroit, Gary.
Huh?
Detroit, Gary, DC, it was like 400 and 500 a year.
Not in Oakland. And Oakland is known. Oakland is Oakland.
Right.
Everybody knows about Oakland is a special city.
Right.
Out of all the cities in the United States, Oakland has a special character. I'll go into it later. But this is for my dear children. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, thy Lord hath decreed that ye worship none but him, and that ye be kind to parents, whether one or both of them attain old age in thy life. Say not to them a word of contempt, nor repel them, nor address them, but address them in terms of honor. And out of kindness, Lord, to them thy wing of humility, and say, my Lord, bestow on them mercy, even as they cherished me in childhood. This is a rule that they're going to have to adhere to. Not only is it Quranic, but personally, I think a lot of the blessings or what have you come from how you know, treat your parents. I do. I had a real good relationship with my father and mother. And we was at the house one day, and my two sons were saying, when we left, they said, Dad, you was standing next to Granddaddy like a slave. I said, yeah, what the hell I'm supposed to do? I'm standing right there by his chair, whatever you want, I'll go get it. I said, y'all gonna do the same to me. Of course they ain't gonna do that. That was the training. Look, I'm telling you, even the Bible, the poison book said something about honor thy father and mother that your days be long and something or other like that, right? That's what it says. Okay. Whatever I'm doing, I'm going to do what's right. First for Islam, then the movement. Now, my children, right down there, they get from me maximum love, but I am not stupid and I'm not putting up with that dumb stuff that their mother tells them. They have them breaking the floors. You go out right now, the floor is broken in the bathroom. Water, I didn't bring the thing. I got a bill. I'll show it to you tomorrow or next day. If I pay it soon, it'll be $700 and some dollars. Water bill, not the and if I wait, it's going to be $801. I'm going to pay that bill after that. Well, I sent a little message to the thing. It says if you want a little help doing this coronavirus. Okay, take it there. They said we'll let you know in 10 days. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it off. Yeah, or if they want it on, they can pay the bills. You know why? Because I'm going to have big buckets of water. 2 buckets. I'll take those buckets. And all the water I need, I'll come down here and get it. That's the way I do in Oakland. They ran the water bill up and then they left it for me to pay. I haven't had no water in 2-3 years out there and I'm not getting any water. I go right now. Like if y'all come out there to testify and you stand with me, you're gonna have to go across the street with buckets of water. You can bathe, you can do anything you want, but you're gonna have to bring it just like down in the country. That's the way I do now.